Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
All right, worst loss. Dagan, is this from teams that we have not talked about as well? I assume it's the same format. Yes. All right, worst loss from a team that we have not talked about yet. Jeff Goodman.
I'm going to go Kansas State. Again, I don't think they were really on the bubble anyway, but they had to win this one to have any shot in hell of even getting in the equation. They had to win this, and they lost to Cincinnati. So
They were. I mean, they were 6.5-point underdogs. I mean, I get what you're saying, but
no, but they couldn't afford. They couldn't afford another loss. Is all I'm saying. They're running out of time. Yeah. If they won this, they put themselves like in a position to be, in the last four out. I would say that was a bad one. Obviously, we've talked about the Virginia one is probably the worst loss, but we mentioned it already.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with, so there's a ranked game that happened today between two ranked teams that we did not even mention yet tonight, and that is Florida at South Carolina. So while in the context of I love Lamont Paris, I love South Carolina, I love what they've been doing. They're 24-5. They've been awesome this year. Nothing that I'm going to say here is going to be a negative in towards South Carolina, who is currently a game out of first place in a game out of first place in the ACC regular season standings right now as things currently stand. My worst loss is going to go to Florida. Florida now has lost 3 games in the last month. 3 games since February 3rd. At Texas A&M, at Alabama, at South Carolina. In all 3 of those games, they have blown a double-digit second half lead. And that is what you expect out of a team that profiles very similar to the Illinois, the Baylors, the Kentuckys, the Alabamas, top 15 offense, sub 85 defense on KenPom. If they had won those 3 games, we would be sitting here talking about Florida as the biggest threat to make the Final Four in the SEC. That would be a 12-game winning streak. They would be sitting there tied with Kentucky, tied with Tennessee for first place in the SEC had they won those 3 games where they had double-digit leads in the second half. They get Alabama at home on Tuesday. They got to get that one if they want to have any kind of seeding. I think they're trending towards like a 7-seedish kind of a spot. Yeah, there are 7 right now in our current Fielding the 68 bracketology. So that's a rough one for Todd Golden and the Florida Gators. You got to find a way to win the games, and you have double-digit leads in the second half on the road. You can't blow those. But I will say this. They're going to be dangerous in March. They're probably going to be underseeded for what they are because they can't close out these games.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jeff, you made a face, but, I mean, this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. SMU as a 17.5-point favorite. Crack.
Yes.
Crack.
UTSA.
77-73. Now they're back with Memphis, tied for 5th place in the American. I mean, 3 weeks ago, it looked like they might push for this thing. And now they're back at 5th with Memphis. Memphis has UAB tomorrow. I think they can take sole possession of 4th if they win. That's a horrible loss for SMU. I mean, that UTSA team is 11-19 at home as a 17. And again, I know it's not like you don't go from in the tournament to out of the tournament, but there were times, fellas, where I thought this SMU team was actually – the metrics loved SMU. I mean, they were top 40, top 45. I thought, okay, maybe. But no, you've ruined all that. You've blown it, SMU. You have earned your way onto this list of teams that we have not mentioned earlier in this show.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.